Ahoy lads and ladies, my name's Hampy, welcome back to the channel. Today we are on the quest to be the best on the ranked doubles ladder with the Foxy boxing team. We are going to just hop right into the queue here and see what we can find. Never know what to say at the start of a video. Like, I don't really feel like doing a question of the day or anything like that. Like, how are you enjoying the content so far? Like, is it is it good? Is it bad? What do you think? Let me know. Because I'm having fun making it, so I'm going to keep doing it regardless of what you say, but... There we go, found a trainer, so I don't have to stumble awkwardly over myself anymore, even though they are very high ranks again. So, there's Sun, it's called Lipard, I believe, but... Yeah, Lipard is the name of that Pokemon, but that could be the baby form though. And we got Togekiss and Toxtricity, as well as Venusaur, Ninetales, and Hitmontop. So what do we do? What do we do here? I actually think this is going to be my play. I'm going to go with Ninetales and Braviary. Tyranitar. And like, why do I want Dracozolt in the back? I want yeah, I want Ferrothorn in the back. It's going to go more aggressive with Dracozolt, but... So we see what happens. Wasn't a bad trading card either, and they're dressed to match too. So Lipard Toxtricity gets sent out. So this is why you want a Ferrothorn. Into Ninetales and Braviary, so... Like, if Braviary gets faked out, that's like really super bad. So I think it might be just a straight up switch, rather than going for the U-turn. Because that thing definitely gets fake out. That thing definitely gets fake out, for sure. Alright. Braviary doesn't have any super effective moves against Toxtricity, so... Like, Braviary into Toxtricity, bad. We're gonna go slow. So our Ferrothorn and Ninetales here. It does go into the Ninetales slot, so we could have U-turned. But the Overdrive comes out. Does a big chunk of damage to everyone involved. So, and we do see that Toxtricity is moving before us, so it could be a Scarf Toxtricity here. So we're going to try and get the Veil off again, and... Whew, gee. Gyro Ball not very effective, Power Whip not very effective, Leech Seed at least works on it. Gee. That thing's typing is, like, hard to deal with. In comes his own Ninetales to set the sun. So we're not going to get our Veil off, but Toxtricity is probably going to KO us before it matters. That's an Overdrive coming out again. I'm going to bring in Tyranitar. And go big boy mode. I think we're going to go for the gigantamax Rockfall onto that Ninetales. We're going to protect our Ferrothorn from the incoming overheat. It could be an eject pack. Like, that's the thing that's been popping up these days. But out goes the Ninetales. In comes the Venusaur. Fair enough. It still doesn't take Rockfall very well. We are in an awkward spot with that Venusaur if we don't KO it here. We can just go for powder moves on our Tita, but Overdrive comes out. That may do a little fair chunk. Nope, not doing too much. Rockfall comes out into the Venusaur slot. Venusaur goes down, so that's good. Venusaur does not take it like a champion. However, the Ninetales is allowed to come back in and attempt to attempt to KO our Ferrothorn, which at the moment is the out to toxtricity. So they've got Ninetales here. So it looks like they'll probably be going big boy toxtricity, and like, we definitely want to save our Ferrothorn. Like, it's unfortunately, I think it's sack time for poor Braviary, but he might even be going giant Ninetales. Who knows? I'd say that's where the sash is. But could be it could be the Tox here. It is the Tox. And it's got stun shock, so hopefully we get poisoned. Oh, Braviary survives it. Nah. That's okay. That's fine. We're okay. We got Ferrothorn in the back. They've got their Meowstic left, I think. Because we didn't KO that Purloin. We didn't KO it, they switched it out. Oh yeah, and Braviary is still getting some health back from that Tox. Lipard, that's the one. That's the one. But again here, this is a straight, like, you switch out the Braviary. Like, do you though? Like, Braviary is just a free, like... It's just a free hit into Braviary, basically. Like... And Ferrothorn can 2v1 that, like, so Braviary... Yeah, I think we'll go for the close combat on the Lipard. If it goes off, great. If it doesn't, but I'd assume, yeah, it's getting faked out at the very least. Stun shocks might be even going into it, but no, into T-Tar again. The Rockfall comes out into the Lipard, and that's enough to get the KO, and this one's pretty much all over but the crying. Tyranitar comes out and shows this poor fellow where the big boys play. Or how the big boys play, should I say. More like it. But we might even go for a switch out with our Braviary here, just so we can keep the seed on Ferrothorn, so it doesn't get, so Ferrothorn gets free health back without having to go for the leech seed. Just save the hassle. I guess save the hassle. It'll. He's showing he's going for the T-Tar here. Like probably should have protected T-Tar, but he's locked into overdrive when he comes back down. We've got him seeded. This one is over. Sandstorm's getting him. Ferrothorn gets some health back from the Tox. And that was three stun shocks out of the Tox. So poor Braviary has done nothing but switch out this game. Switched in, took a hit. Yeah, we'll go for the gyro. Why not? We'll try and hasten it up as much as possible. Overdrive comes out. KO's a Braviary. Doesn't do too much to the Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn's paralyzed and can't move. But Tox gets hit by the Sandstorm and then takes a more damage from Leech Seed. We get the health back. And we'll just protect this one out, I think. Is there another there? I think this is the last turn of Sandstorm, actually. Yeah. We could just protect this one out, like, but even if we get crit here, we're not getting KO'd, I don't think. Yep, there he goes. Calls it. So if you end up Tyranitarring and Ferrothorning that one, just raw powering our way to the victory. And but we did also one thing we did right that game was control the weather to our. We had the weather in our advantage pretty much at every point. We made sure Ferrothorn didn't die to Ninetales, because that would have been like horrible. That would have been horrible. So we did the right things. We won the game. Was there any bad plays from my opponent? Didn't really see many, other than, like I say, there was obvious bad plays because I made them into bad plays, but if they were thinking about what I might have done, then they were bad plays, I guess, right? Like, switching out the Ninetales into Venusaur was smart to a point, but I guess he didn't think I'd Dynamax, but we can forget about that one now. We're on to the next one. With Lee, or whatever, but it's another Toxtricity. This time, though, it's backed up by a whole different roster of Pokemon. So where's the Tailwind on this team? Or the Trick Room? Well, the Chandelier's got Trick Room. There's Trick Room there. Venusaur, Primarina, Crawdon, and that Pokemon that does the stuff. Persimmon. Call me crazy, but this could be a Braviary and Talion game. I'm really looking at that thinking, that looks good here. But no, that doesn't look good. That gets destroyed by Toxtricity. Ninetales, Inteleon, Ferrothorn, and yeah, Dracozolt actually. Ninetales Dracozolt really should be the lead. That'd be a better lead, but the problem with that is I can't protect. I like being able to protect turn one if I'm scared. Basically. Sometimes playing scared is not the right thing to do, but other times, yeah. Like Venusaur Primarina, for example. Like we've seen already, to be kind of scared of like, where's their fire? Where's their fire at? Chandelier. That's where their fire's at, right? So I think we're gonna like. I want to pop off a blizzard with Ninetales. I really do. At the same time, there's no sun, right? We could just pop off double blizzard here. But that is at the risk of losing our Inteleon. I think I'm just going to Aurora Veil and switch out. Like, Ferrothorn's too good to pass up here. Dracozolt is, like, Dracozolt would have been perfect. Would have been a perfect lead. Icy Wind and, Icy Wind and Max Airstream. Oh, it's Pledges. There you go. We get engulfed in Swamp. So we set up Veil. We saw the Venusaur move first, right? So the Venusaur's probably scarfed. Was it the Venusaur? Yeah, I think it was the Venusaur. Pledges don't get priority, do they? They're like, that's not a thing. Yeah, it is totally scuffed. So, here's a question. Does Swamp affect water Pokemon? Like, does it affect all the Pokemon that... And we saw the Primarina also, I think the... Did the Prim move before Ninetales? I think it did, didn't it? It did. Yeah, because now we're in Swamp. Does Swamp run out? It does. Okay. So, is it 2 turns of Swamp left? Two turns of Swamp, yeah. I think we power whip the Prim down here. Okay, Chandelier. Simeon. Grass Pledge comes out again. Into the Ninetales slot. It's not enough to get the KO, so the Blizzard's going to come out and do a fit. It's going to KO that... Oh, and we get to... Oh, that is rough beats for my opponent. We get a freeze. And we see how much it matters here. So it definitely matters. You see what comes back out here. And it's the toxtricity this time. Comes out. And it has an air balloon. So... Got one more turn of Swamp, I believe. So I think we can like go for an Icy Wind, and we're gonna go for a Leech Seed onto that Persimmon. And that's like Beast Ball. My money's on the Toxtricity. And we have Inteleon Dracozolt in the back, right? We didn't bring Braviary. I know we didn't bring Braviary. The Simeon's Frozen Sword. That's rough beats for you. Max Ooze comes out. That's going into the yep, that's going into the Ninetales slot. The swamp is now finished, so that's nice, and we do get a seed off into this this Pokemon here, the thing that does the stuff. Persimmon, that's the one. Gets bunted by the hail. Now we're going to bring out Dracozolt and go big with Dracozolt. Go for the big old Airstream. Into the Persimmon, and that freeze was quite big. No word of a lie. That freeze was quite an important freeze. I'm fairly certain electric Pokemon can't get paralyzed either, so we will get poisoned by this, and Ferrothorn can't get poisoned, so it will get paralyzed by a stun shock if it comes out. Unfortunately for my opponent, because they probably would have, been able to close combat a Ferrothorn, and we would have had to play around. We would have had to play around this Persimmon a lot harder, had it not been frozen. But we're the fastest thing on the field outside of Swamp, so they're definitely not EV'd to be that quick. So I guess did I go Leech Seed? I really should have gone Gyro Ball, but. Ooze comes out, and he is at +1, so that's going to do a little bit. So now he's at +2, so it'll do a little bit more. And since we're moving first, like Leech Seed comes out, we're going to see this Toxtricity. Hail stops. Primarine is going to come out. And as we've seen before, Ferrothorn does wall out Toxtricity, but it wasn't at +2 before. But we can start the slow process of KOing things with it. At the same time, though, I think a Max Quake is in order. Not into the Toxtricity slot just yet because it's got an air balloon. I think we might even go for the gyro on the Toxtricity this turn. The battle was cancelled. There you go. My opponent's decided it's not going to happen. He's decided we've won. And that is plus 20 minutes again. So, alright, we're going to call it there, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.